What is up, my friends? Back for another episode of That's Right, I Said It. We talk about all things Kratom, mental health, how Kratom affects your mental health, how coming off Kratom affects your mental health. Um, you know, if you're going to take Kratom, working to have a healthy relationship with Kratom, to where it's not a detriment to you, but it is actually a benefit to you. And that's my quest. First and foremost, try your best to get off of the extracts if you're on the extracts. It's kind of my whole purpose in this channel. I just think you're really overlooking all the alkaloids and the full benefits of something like adding something like Kratom to your regimen if you're taking the extracts, because the extracts do not contain a lot of the other important alkaloids within Kratom. What it's doing basically is isolating the metrogenine alkaloid, which is the alkaloid that actually gives you the euphoria in Kratom. It's isolating that particular alkaloid and then just dumping a shit ton of it into some type of citric extract that is, extract with citric acid in it, which is a perpetuator that just allows you to better absorb that large amount of metrogenine. So unfortunately, that metrogenine attaches to those opiate receptors, and Kratom is only a partial agonist, but you have to understand that when you're pounding those opiate receptors all the time with something like a very strong extract like that, it's going to get your tolerance way up here to the point where when you go to stop taking it, you will experience withdrawals, including physical withdrawals, anhedonia, which is kind of like depression and stuff like that. And that's a battle to come back from. And I'm telling you that from experience, because it's something that I've experienced within the last couple of months since I've come off of the MITs and am down to around 3 to 5 grams of the Kratom powder at this point. But good news is, during that process, I'm the type of person that doesn't take anything lying down. And the fact that this process has somewhat kicked my butt physically and emotionally, I'm the type of person, well, get off your ass, do some research, figure out how you can best combat this and overcome it. And that's just the type of person I am. And so hopefully you guys watching my channel can be the beneficiary of that sort of go get it mindset that I have. And so anyway, where I'm at, yesterday I shared a video that I did take 2 capsules during the day, one in the morning and then one at lunchtime. That was less than about 1.5 grams. And yesterday evening, when I got home, which was, I went for a jog first. Well, I'm sorry, I'm cycling through my thoughts here. I'm actually going to put, probably a quick snippet of that jog at the beginning of this video, or I may not. I don't know. We'll see. But just want to remind you guys how important exercise is during this process. But I took 5 capsules last night. So in total, yesterday, I took 4.7 grams of Kratom. That's it. So I am keeping it, on a regular basis, anywhere between 3 and 5 grams of Kratom every day. I've been doing that for roughly about the past week or so. I slept pretty well last night. I did have a small drink of kava right before I went to bed. That's something I've been kind of adding to my regimen consistently recently, because when you're cutting down or tapering off of a larger amount of Kratom, you will have some trouble with restless legs and just switching your brain off at night, some discomfort like hypertrophy and just the inability to really stay still and get comfortable at night, and your body just doesn't want to let you drift off to sleep. And that's something that I definitely was experiencing, and so far kava really seems to help a lot with that. I do want to give a shout out to kava on that, because since I've been taking the kava, I haven't really had a lot of issues with sleeping. I've been sleeping pretty well, relatively well. Now some of that can be contributed to the fact that I've cut my dosage of Kratom down enough over the past several weeks. You know, it's been almost, well, a month and a half. I don't even know exactly how long it's been. It's probably been close to 2 months now since I've had one of the MIT extracts. And, you know, I've been consistently cutting down and tapering the amount of kratom powder that I've been taking since then. And it could just be that I'm sleeping better because I'm finally starting to get down to that level where my body is readjusting its own chemicals from coming off of the really high amount of kratom. But the kava definitely helps. I will say that. So fret not. You know, if you are tapering, or if you are looking to come off of kratom, or if your relationship with kratom has crossed over into, well, now it's not benefiting me, but it's kind of becoming a detriment to me, and you just don't feel right about that within your soul. You know, a lot of people get there. You know, we all have that little voice of God inside us that kind of tells you, at least I do. And I know, you know, a couple of my other commenters mentioned this as well, that, you know, when you cross over that point where you feel like it's no longer a benefit to you, but that it's unhealthy and it's a detriment, we all kind of have this voice of God inside here or inside here that says, hey, you may need to back off a little bit. This is not helping you anymore. This is not good for your life. And I definitely have that. I've had that many times in my past, and I've definitely had that conversation and that realization with my own self with kratom. And so that's why I've kind of gone on this campaign to encourage people, you know, get off of the extract. The extracts are just bad news. All they do is increase your tolerance, and you're just spending a shit ton of money on them. Let's get real, man. Those things are super, super expensive. The makers of the extracts know this. They know that they're expensive, and they also know that they're very addictive. So they know that people are going to have a hard time coming off of them and are going to be experiencing withdrawals and things like this. Therefore, people are going to do what? Keep spending their money on them. And for them, it's all about the almighty dollar. It's all about that money. And if they can get people hooked and keep people circling back to get more and more and more and more, then guess what? Their business plan is a smart one. It's not very good for you, but for them, from a business perspective, it's a very smart one. So real quick, I want to talk about a couple of things. So I've had a couple of people jump in the comments. I've had 2 different people now mention L-Tyrosine. And up until now, I have not tried L-Tyrosine, but I'm proud to say that I do listen to my commenters. I listen to you guys. I do. I actually had my wife order me some this morning, and it should be here same day delivery, so it should be here sometime between 5 and 10. So I don't have any specific testimony for the L-Tyrosine, but you know, look at my videos, my subsequent videos tomorrow, following day. I'm planning on trying a dose of it. Provided that the shipment is not delayed and it does actually arrive tonight, I'm going to try some of the L-Tyrosine tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know kind of my experience with it and whether it really does help when you're going through something like coming off of or tapering from kratom. As you know, you can experience some depression, some anhedonia, where you're just kind of like lack of emotion. You're completely void of emotion. You have a hard time experiencing any passion, any pleasure, and basically you're just kind of depressed. You just can't feel anything. You're just numb. And in my opinion, the physical shit, I can deal with that, but I'm one of those people that is a positive outlook sort of person. I'm just that guy. I love to see other people get blessed. I love to see myself get blessed. I love to encourage other people. That's just the type of person that I am, and I'm operating at my best when I'm doing that for not only myself, you know, positive self-talk, but, you know, encouraging others. That's when I'm at my best. And when you're experiencing anhedonia, and just lack of pleasure and lack of emotion and just complete emotional numbness, that is a horrible thing, man. I can deal with the low energy. I can deal with, you know, the messed up bowels from coming off of something like Kratom. I can deal with the cold chills. I can deal with all, it gives me all the physical uh, withdrawals, and I will give you back the anhedonia and the depression. I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate not to emotionally feel happy and not feel my best. I mean, I think we're all like that as addicts, right? That's why you keep going back to the mood elevating substances, because you can't stand to not feel just happy about everything. And I want to be happy about everything. I want to be happy about my car. I want to be happy about my job. I want to be happy about my wife, about my relationship with my son. I want to be happy about this lake that I'm sitting in front of right now. Let me show you the lake. It's kind of overcasty today, but yeah, anything that makes me happy, I want that. I want that in my life. And that's one of the reasons that us drug addicts have a difficult time staying off of, you know, things that kind of elevate your mood and give you that general sense of well-being and happiness. And so I will, in subsequent videos, tomorrow, talk about L-Tyrosine and how it helps, but I have written down some things here. I've watched a couple of videos on it today, and I have written down some things that L-Tyrosine is supposed to help with. It's supposed to have an antidepressant sort of effect. If you have low dopamine, low serotonin, it can actually, what it actually can do is increase epinephrine and norepinephrine, which these things allow your body to better deal with stress, but it also gives you it gives you the chemicals that you need to better manufacture dopamine. So it can actually help you feel better, help give you more focus, help give you more energy, more motivation. So L-Tyrosine, in effect, actually helps build dopamine. And it actually increases epinephrine and norepinephrine, which helps to manage and reduce stress. So a lot of people claim that they can take this and then 30 minutes later they can feel the effects of it immediately, that it's a really, really, really good thing. And it supposedly is something that works really well for someone who is coming off of something like Kratom, you know, something that causes this low mood, this kind of depression, like the anhedonia sort of feeling. It's supposed to really help with that. And that's one of the things that it's indicated for, is, for people that either just in general struggle with depression, or someone who's coming off of some sort of mood elevator that really has shut down and severely affected those opiate receptors. So it's known to help with ADHD, to help people focus. One thing I will say, and I'm not a doctor, this is not medical advice, that is not what I do for a living. So, do your own research, go see your doctor if necessary. For me, well, let me just read what I wrote first. Be careful not to mix the L-Tyrosine with other psychotropic medications or ADHD medications. Me personally, I don't take anything at this point in my life. I'm not prescribed anything by a doctor. I do take some Kratom on a regular basis. I'm down to a low amount of it at this point, 3 to 5 grams. If you've been watching my channel a while, you know that I'm a pretty healthy dude. I exercise several days a week. Everything that I put in my body in terms of food, for the most part, is healthy. I'll have maybe a day each week on the weekend or something where I'll eat some ice cream after dinner or something like that. But for the most part, I'm a really, really healthy dude. And so really the only thing I do is take Kratom. So I think, it's pretty safe starting at a low amount, and they recommend like 500 milligrams starting off. So I'll probably just take it once a day, the L-Tyrosine, kind of see what it does for me, stuff like that. They say if you take too much of it, it can cause like a headache, a migraine sort of situation. So you need to be careful with that. If you're a person that's on other psychotropic drugs or doctor prescribed medications, like for ADHD or something like that, go talk to your doctor before taking something like L-Tyrosine, because an ADHD medication is going to do exactly what L-Tyrosine is going to do. So you don't want to overdo that. You know, again, we've talked about this, moderation. Too much of anything is bad. Food is good for you, but if you're eating 10,000 calories a day and then sitting on the couch as a sedentary person, guess what? Food becomes bad news bears for you. And it's the same thing with drugs, it's the same thing with Kratom, it's the same thing with anything else in your life that you do. You know, moderation matters. You have to figure out how to control it. You have to force yourself to be able to control whatever it is that you do and whatever it is that you're putting into your body. Another example of this is magnesium. I took some magnesium this morning. By the way, if you're experiencing any sort of constipation whatsoever, magnesium is the jam. You don't want to overdo it because it will give you diarrhea. But if you're backed up at all, magnesium is the play. That's what you need to do. Take some magnesium. It really does help to, you know, clean out your bowels and clean out your system. You know, I don't even want to go into the details. It's disgusting. But, you know, magnesium is actually really good for that, by the way, and it's supposed to help with mood and depression slightly as well. So that's another thing. All right, so that's about it. That's about all I got for you guys today. Let me know if you've tried L-Tyrosine. I've had a couple of people comment, say they have, say it's really beneficial if you take the right amount of it, as long as you don't take too much. And, you know, so comment. Let me know if you guys have tried that. I plan on trying it probably tomorrow, and I should have some sort of update for you guys tomorrow on whether that did actually benefit me or not. Today, I haven't taken any Kratom today. I said yesterday that I was going to do that. I've not taken any Kratom today. I don't have any to take until I get home. I don't get home till about 5:30 every day, so I'm probably going to go for a quick run or do a little exercise when I get home, and then I'll take my evening dosage of Kratom, which is going to be 3.3 grams. So I'm back down to 3.3 grams of Kratom today. So like the video, comment if you wish. Also, do subscribe to the channel if this is content that you find interesting, or you just like the idea of being able to hear from someone who's going through something similar to what you might be going through, and has done some research on it and can kind of pass that research on to you. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate the love on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. All right, peace.